Hello, thank you so much for joining me for another Woman Crush Wednesday. Today we're going to talk about a really incredible woman I am very excited to share about, Tallulah Bankhead, an American actress and singer who was known for her outrageous and witty personality. Fact number 1. Tallulah Bankhead, what a name, was born in 1902 to Southern political royalty. Her father was a local congressman and went on to become the Speaker of the House between 1936 and 1940. Her grandfather and her uncles were also congressmen. Unfortunately, her mother died when she was just 3 weeks old, and so she and her sister Eugenia were raised by her paternal grandmother. Tallulah was inspired by circus performers, and she would often do random cartwheels around the house while she recited poetry that she had memorized. She had a signature husky voice that she had because she had contracted chronic bronchitis when she was a child. One of her first performances happened to have Orville and Wilbur Wright in the audience, a story which she loved telling throughout her life. Fact number 2. When she was 15, Tallulah got her first part by submitting her photo to the Picture Play magazine during a contest. Although she had her father's influence, her acting career was slow to take off, but she was a huge hit in the New York socialite scene. She quickly became part of a lesbian and bisexual quartet of socialites, and they lived at the Algonquin Hotel. They were known as the Four Riders of the Algonquin, and the Algonquin Hotel was known for its crazy parties, which were often overflowing with drugs. Tallulah was known for her incredible wit, and she was once known as saying, "Cocaine isn't actually habit forming. I know because I have been taking it for years." Fact number 3. Eventually becoming restless with her lack of success in the U.S., she ended up moving to London thanks to her psychic's advice, where she appeared in over a dozen plays during her 8 years in London. Her claim to fame was cinched when she starred in Sidney Howard's Pulitzer Prize-winning play, They Knew What They Wanted. Tallulah was definitely a character, even off stage. She loved driving in London, but she would often get lost, so she would often hail a taxi cab and would have them lead her where she was going, but she would still be driving her own car behind them. She returned to the U.S. in 1931 and was far more interested in Broadway than Hollywood, but it was very hard to pass up the huge money that she could make in Hollywood or the cute co-stars. She was known to have taken a starring role in The Devil in the Deep because she only wanted to sleep with Gary Cooper. In 1933, Tallulah almost died after a 5-hour emergency hysterectomy because of an STI. When she was released from the hospital at only 70 pounds, she said, "Don't think this has taught me a lesson." Fact number 4. Tallulah was incredibly active politically and very vocal about her political stance. She often sided against her Southern family and was invited to sit with Harry Truman during his inauguration parade, in which she very loudly booed the South Carolina governor, Strom Thurmond, who was a largely known segregationist and a generally terrible man. She also wasn't shy about her love affairs, and while she never called herself bisexual, she would call herself ambidextrous. She was known to sleep with many different types of people, including Greta Garbo, Billie Holiday, Marlene Dietrich, George Raft, and John Emery. She was even listed in the Hays Committee Doom Book, which was a list of 150 actors that were considered unsuitable for the public. She was listed at the top of that list with the heading Verbal Moral Turpitude. Fact number 5. Tallulah died in 1968 at the age of 66 due to double pneumonia. She left behind one of the most incredible legacies in Hollywood history. Her role as Regina Giddens in Lillian Hellman's play The Little Foxes is still known as one of the most electrifying performances in American theater history. From inspiring the character of Blanche Dubois in Tennessee Williams' play A Streetcar Named Desire to over 20 different appearances on Broadway, her mark and personality will not be forgotten. Thank you so much for joining me for another Women Crush Wednesday to learn all about the incredible Tallulah. I think that she is such a vivacious, incredible personality, and I encourage you to learn a little bit more about her and to watch some of the clips of her work that I have included in the comments below.